Sunday morning and something's gone wrong already. Not a good start to a Sunday. That bracket has snapped. It was welded the other week, that sheared off. The motor's flicked up, or flicked round, bent the guard and pulled the wires out. So I'm gonna have to isolate it, take the guard, the rain cover off the top, rewire it up, and then try and weld that bracket up as well. Although I could put a ratchet strap round it temporary. Yeah, it's nearly snapped that one as well, hasn't it? Oh! Just what I wanted to do on a Sunday morning in the sunshine. Right, I'm getting this socket set because it's got a bit of everything in, but of course there's 3 spanners missing. The 10mm, which I've just found, the 12, which I've just found, but of course the 13's completely missing, but I have found an old 13 to go in its place. And it looks like the 17's missing, which is so annoying. So I'm gonna have to look for the 17 now. And I can put that in the basket, take it round, and then we can try and fix that auger. Watch, James, don't knock that off. I'll show you what's caused the problem. See in there? It's all bits of metal bridged across. So it's not been able to drop into the ash bin, which I've just moved out the way. So it's built up, jammed the auger, and then of course now it's snapped the bracketry. So come on, James, out the way. It's going to get dusty in a second when I kick it. I've just got that to stand on, but if I go up there and kick it, all that should drop out. That is just some of the bits of metal that were stuck inside that sock. So they've been through all the augers, through the boiler, and then back out the augers again. It's a bit mangled, but I should be able to shove that off now, out the way, and then we can get at this bracket. So if you look, it's spun completely round. Took the cable with it, so it's pulled it all out of there. To connect all that back up. Let's have a look at this bracket as well. Yeah, I've tacked that in a few places just to see if it's all the bolt holes line up, which they are, and now I'm going to take it back off and weld it properly, and then see if I can kind of add a bit of strength down the edges out the way. This is also bent and cracking, so that one's heating up with that induction heater and then bending as well. Just been merrily welding away on here. I've put these on the edges. I'm going to polish it all up now. I can smell something burning. A spark had dropped onto this. That had gone on fire. Set that piece of rope on fire. It was burning around this cam. See the lid of the cam? All melted. But even worse than that, this plastic had gone on fire. Yeah, and that bird scaring rocket. So I'd have been merrily welding away, then suddenly you'd have just heard, and I've had to have run. We really need a wet day to be able to clean up better in here. That's welded on there, ready to go round. I've got the induction torch, and I'm going to straighten that piece of steel with that before I put it all back together. So move it round. It's handy that it's on wheels. I don't know what it'll wheel like when I get to the gravel. If I don't, actually, I probably need to go down the gravel. Probably leave it on the concrete because the lead's long enough. Yeah, we'll straighten that, and I'll have to rewire it. Should be getting near done then. Yeah, see that piece of metal? So it's bent down. Should be sort of straight in line with the motor. So heat it up and see what happens. Right, I've slid a lever in. I'll put this on there now. Press the button. Heat it up. And then try levering it with that. Smells a bit warm. Oh, easy. There we go. Does need that crack weld in there though, doesn't it? Probably needs a little tiny bit higher. Well, that made it easier. Probably only had it on about 15 seconds. It has got quite a bad crack as well, that did make it fold easier as well. I'm going to grind that now and then weld that up. Welded that. Now just got to connect these wires back up, but it's pulled off all the spade connections. and I need to just patch up that as well. It's only the protective bit. The earth's still okay. I'll probably put some tape on that. I'll just stick that up there while I go and get the connections. Need some round crimp on. Not spades, the opposite of spades, like the circles. That's what I need. The blue ones, the smaller ones. Not in here, I don't think. Might have a tray somewhere. You have to have a route. That's annoying. Right in front of me, if it had been put away like that, I'd have seen them. That's exactly what we need. Sorted it all, and best of all, I got the phases right first time, which doesn't normally happen when you wire a motor back up. It wasn't marked. I looked back on my phone, actually typed in wiring diagram, brought up loads of different motors on it, and I thought, oh, I'll just try it. Tried it, and it worked. So, job's done. I'm just going to put the ash bin back. Oh. Move that table, because otherwise it's going to all fall on the floor like that. Put the ash bin back. I'm going to go get something to eat, I think, and then I'll straighten that guard for the top and I'll actually empty this bin as well then. It's 3/4 full, so just while I have my dinner, I'm just going to position it back underneath. So we just need to lift that over there. That's it. Yeah, so we got that wire in, and that's why it wasn't falling. It's a bit of a pain. Should be okay now though. You can see how the bracket snaps, see it wiggling up and down because the shaft's bent slightly. Seems to be working anyway. Should have some ash dropping in here now. Yeah. I think 3 weeks ago we looked at this and it was just starting to come into flower. First glance, this field looks like absolutely nothing, but when you get down into it, we've got these OSR plants that the pigeons have left alone because they've not been able to see it for the cover crop, and all the sticks sticking up at the mustard stopped them landing. If you look at that, full of buds. So we don't get any late frost now. But I mean, 2 weeks ago that was down there, wasn't it? And now what, a foot higher? I mean, if you look, it's 2 foot higher now, isn't it? So it's just camouflaged in the cover crop. Even in the tram lines though, where the cover crop's been flattened, you see it coming up now. And I'm amazed that the pigeons haven't landed in the tram lines and chewed it much. Maybe a tiny bit there, but not to what I thought they would do. But yeah, it looks a good lot, this. And this was the experiment where we drilled it in with the winter bird cover. But yeah, it's gone well. Just looks rubbish from here, but we'll come and have a look next Friday night, and see the difference, see whether it's bolted higher and gone yellow. There's a bit of a thin bit where the rabbits have been eating it as well, just along this edge, but looks fantastic at the moment. Full of bees. Not sure if you can see them in there. You see them on the camera. Probably zoomed in too much. If it wasn't for the road, you'd hear them. Oh, there's a pheasant calling. Yeah, it looks great. Really pleased with that, because also it means that the cover crop hid it from the pigeons, so they didn't eat it first off. What do you think, James? Is it good? Yeah. These are some of the bags we chipped yesterday, so I'm just loading them on the trailer and put a bale of hay on the top, and then Charlotte can take them back to where she keeps her horse with her mum and dad's. Just get 8 on the trailer, nice. Lasts so much longer than wood shavings. It's just chopped OSR straw. load on there. Go and put the oil spike on. Clara's watching. James, chase them pigeons. Come on, run, run, run. Should have caught one. Catch the pigeon, that's what long distance Clara was off. Oh well, that's just fired up, that's okay. We'll just sort that guard out in the morning. Yeah, John had a little mishap getting used to the new bucket. Didn't realise how much it was piled up and it come over the top. Anyway, let's open this shed. That's all loaded up now. I went in here to look for the buggy to do the birthdays, which is there, but then realised I've been doing them on the pavement recently. When I went in there, I had a layer of dust on the front, so I'll do them on the birthday Merlot. You okay, James? Mm-hmm. We've just been setting up the Starlink because I've not got full internet in here yet, and I'm doing GB News in the morning about mental health in farming, which is all about what's behind James there. Probably mention from when we did John O'Groats for Land's End on the combine. Would be great to do something similar to that again, but what could we do? Because there's not really anything much bigger than a combine. Yeah, don't know.
Combine horse.
I'm not doing a horse. Yeah.
Daddy!
What do we do? Have a think, but there's been a few suicides recently and it's not good. People just need to talk, so. Yeah, there's a sprayer on that pad. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go do the birthdays on the front of the sprayer. Glasses update. We're going to keep some for in here because we may as well. And then it means that we're not going to move stuff backwards and forwards if we have any sort of functions on upstairs. Being wine glasses, they're always the ones that you're short of, because if you think soft drinks come in cans and so do beers or bottles, because obviously you're not going to drink wine out of a bottle, are you? So makes sense to have the wine glasses and the Prosecco glasses upstairs, because everything else can be in the container it comes in. Loads of comments yesterday saying, where's Morgan? Morgan went self-employed at the beginning of April and Andrew came back. So Morgan's been doing some work at home, some ditching and the like. He's been on some courses because he's going to help a friend do some fencing as well. But I don't know whether he might come back this week, and we're going to have a look at the quad track islands. I'm not sure. I suppose it depends on the weather a bit, really, whether we want to be mauling with them in the hot weather. It's supposed to be like 22 degrees, isn't it, during this week? Hotter than Miami, so I don't know whether that means Miami's cold or what. But anyway, I'll put these on. Go on, James. No, gone shy. Anyway, Freddie White is 18. Lucas King is 9. Ian Othick, I think it's pronounced, is 30. Julia Rose is 50 plus 10, which is 60. And Geordie Scott is on there. Happy birthday, everyone on there. And now we're up to 89,350.
What's that?
That's a bolt. That's a nut. Thank you, James. Yeah, that's today's quiz question. What's that off? Because I have no idea. Go on, Paul. I know you want your toes doing.
Manicure. Be careful on that fence, mate.
Hey, you. What are you doing there? Get down.
Spider-Man?
Yeah, Spider-Man. They're just doing the sheep's feet at the moment. Hey, behave. You tell him off. You tell him off, Clara. She's growing now, isn't she? 18 months today. It's exactly 18 months today, Clara is.
18 months.
James, stand next to Clara and smile. See this difference in height? Can you get down? Might have to put something on the front of your feet. Glue some Dillard plates on them so you can't climb. But don't pick your nose. Go on, smile. Clara, you gonna stand still? No, he's run off. Never work with children and animals. Quick shower and change, off out now for Charlotte's friend's birthday. So that's all for today. Thanks, feel a bit cleaner now actually. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.